Is it true that peridot, that glowing green gem, might actually be from outer space? Some people call it an alien gem, and while that sounds a little like clickbait, there's some real science behind it, and we'll get into that part soon. I'm Becky Booker, graduate gemologist, and today we're diving into 8 fascinating facts about peridot. Fact number 1. Let's start with something literally out of this world. Peridot has been discovered inside meteorites, specifically a rare type called pallasites. These are iron-nickel meteorites with pockets of olivine crystals, which are chemically identical to peridot. Most of the time, these olivines are too small or too cloudy to cut and facet. But every now and then, a clean enough crystal is found and it gets faceted into a gemstone. That means you can technically wear a gem born from a dying star, forged in the early days of our solar system. It's one of the only gemstones, along with diamond and moissanite, that we've ever found in space. And while extraterrestrial peridots aren't something you'll find in jewelry stores, they're an incredible reminder of just how far this gem's history can go. Fact number 2. Peridot forms deep in the mantle. Back on Earth, peridot has one of the deepest origins of any gemstone. Most gems form in the Earth's crust, but peridot forms much deeper in the upper mantle, often more than 20 miles below the Earth's surface. It's born under high temperatures and pressure and then carried up to the surface during volcanic eruptions, especially in the basaltic lava flows. Think of it like a natural elevator. Magma brings peridot to the surface during some of the most explosive events on Earth. That's why you can find small peridot weathered out of lava rocks in places like Hawaii, though they're usually tiny and not gem quality. Still, how many gems can you say have traveled that far through the molten Earth's crust? Fact number 3. Always green, but not always the same green. One thing that makes peridot unique is that it's always green. That may not sound remarkable at first, but most colored gemstones get their hues from a variety of trace elements. Peridot's green comes from iron that's built directly into its crystal structure. The shade of green varies depending on the amount of iron, ranging from golden lime green or olive or even brownish green. The most desirable peridot has a rich yellow-green color, no brown, no gray undertones, and excellent clarity. Fact number 4. The ancient Egyptians called peridot the gem of the sun. They mined it on a remote island in the Red Sea called Topazios, known as Zagbargad Island. It was so difficult to reach that it was lost and rediscovered multiple times throughout history. The Egyptians believed that peridot could ward off evil spirits, especially when it was set in gold. Many of the green gems in Egyptian jewelry, including Cleopatra's, are now thought to be peridot rather than emerald. All right, a quick gem break before we jump into the next fact. If you're loving all this peridot info and thinking, I kind of want one now, we got you. Head on over to shoplc.com. We carry gorgeous peridot jewelry and hundreds of other real, genuine gemstones. And if it's your first time shopping with us, use the promo code HOT50 for $50 off your first purchase. It's a one-time use, and yes, it works on gemstone jewelry, including peridot. All right, back to the gem talk. Fact number 5, double refraction, 2 rays for the price of 1. Here's a fun gemological trick. Look at a peridot under magnification, and you might see something unusual. Peridot is doubly refractive. That means it has the ability to split light into 2 distinct rays. If you look at the back facets, you might see that those facets appear slightly doubled. It's not a flaw, it's a feature. This doubling is a diagnostic sign that gemologists use to identify natural peridot. Fact number 6, from sandblasting to sparkle. You probably didn't expect this, but the mineral that forms peridot is also used to blast the rust off of ships. In its industrial form, olivine, the mineral family, is used to sandblast, water filtration, and casting molds for metalworking. But only a tiny fraction of olivine is transparent and vivid enough to become the gem we know as peridot. It's the same mineral, but one version ends up in heavy industry and the other ends up in a ring box. Fact number 7, high altitude gemstones. Today's best peridot comes from some surprising places. In Pakistan, it's mined at 13,000 feet above sea level in the Himalayas, a short season and brutal conditions. In the US, much of it comes from the San Carlos Apache Reservation in Arizona. The Apache people have mined and traded peridot for generations. Both of these two regions, halfway around the world from each other, produce some of the world's finest peridot. Fact number 8, how to spot a real peridot. To the untrained eye, peridot can look like emerald, green sapphire, or even green tourmaline. But gemologists know what to look for: lily pad inclusions. These are tiny disc-like ripples that appear under magnification. And don't forget, double refraction. Look for that doubling. That subtle doubling of facets is another sign that it's the real deal. So, whether you're shopping for an August birthstone or you're just curious about gemstone science, the stories behind the gemstones, peridot is another one that proves there's a lot more than meets the eye. Hey, if you've learned something new, like and subscribe, and check out the Ruby Deep Dive if you haven't already. Remember, I'm Becky Booker, graduate gemologist, and your downtown rock hound. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.